Welcome to the latest Player of the Month video for the 25-26 season. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten them, despite the cold starting to bite a little. It's the November edition. So we have selected several players between us again for this feature. We have recorded this before the Salisbury home fixture too, so if someone bags a hat-trick of goals or assists in that game, factor that into your thinking. We will in ours when we vote as well. Remember, you can vote for anyone in this poll, anyone who has played this month, and it's on the club website now. So let us start with our first pick, Hamzad Kargbo. He has 2 goals so far this month, including the opener and an assist against Chippenham. Your thoughts on his November, Nigel?
As I've said before, I think he's obviously got the talent there. He looks to be a good player, and he was with us in pre-season, wasn't he? And picked up that knock and signed recently, and he's had his red card that he missed 3 games, and so it's difficult for him to. We've said it before about strikers. They like to have that sort of run in the team, don't they? Yeah. And hit that purple patch, and he showed that in that Chippenham game, didn't he? When he scored that goal and that assist, it was a very good all-round performance, wasn't it? As a centre forward player, and he linked up well with the wingers and John Gilbert, who we got the assist for, and Tanga, and all the players that you want him to be linking up with. And you just want these players to kick on, and just last month as well, he got that goal against Tunbridge, didn't he? Yep. And he could have had another one before the end, before they ultimately got their winner. But he shows that little bit of endeavour. He shows that will to get on the end of the crosses, doesn't he? That's what you want from your forward player. But as I say, it's just about, he's got to kick on now, hasn't he? He's got to sort of, he's in a little bit of a competition with Dion Moore for that starting berth, and it's down to him to, he's got the tools, but it's down to him to make it his own, and make him be the first name on that team sheet.
So Dejon Golding is the next name on our list. He was another to score against Chippenham before he bagged that brace at Torquay. 3 so far for the month, which moved him to joint top scorer status at time of recording. Your thoughts on the Golding boy, Nigel?
When he's on it. And you can see what an impact he can make in a game. Those goals he scored at Torquay in the trophy, one was sort of like on a half chance, wasn't it? He just dropped to him and he just fired it into the roof of the net, and then took that ball on the run, and a good finish away at Torquay, wasn't it? Goals win games, don't they? And we showed it in that Torquay game, and even in the Chippenham game when he scored, you get that goal just before half time. It just deflates the opposition, doesn't it? And it makes it for a much more enjoyable afternoon when you're not chasing the game, and the mistakes creep in, the pressure creeps in. So again, it's like we've said there, isn't it? It's that sort of like, he's a forward player. He thrives on goals. So but it's about him making the most of those opportunities when they arise, and not snatching at chances. And you're more likely to do that if you're controlling the game from the front rather than try to chasing the game from the back.
So John Gilbert is the 3rd name on our list. He's the 3rd player from the trio of scorers from that Chippenham win. He also assisted Dejon for one of his goals at Torquay, the other joint top scorer at the club at time of recording. Your thoughts on John Gilbert, Nigel?
Yeah, he's another one. Again, he won the National League South Player of the Month for October, didn't he? Was it October he won it for? Yeah, it was, last month, yeah. So, we know what he's about, and again, it sort of comes down to that. I'm not going to diss him or anything like that, but it's kind of like, it's getting that consistency of performances.
Well, it's setting the high bar as well.
Of course it is, and when he does that, he gets his goals, he gets his assists. When he's buzzing around that box, and he's coming from deep, and being 3rd man in on that, he's a valuable asset, and he's quite rightly, he's up for nomination, isn't he? So it is that consistency.
Can't avoid it is.
Of course it is. And I'm trying to think of another word to sort of say, but it is that they need to, you need to build on that, and go forward, go that extra bit more, and trying to find that little bit extra. Trying to bring the other players with you, and trying to do that little bit more. Go that little bit extra mile, and just see where it takes you, and just be on the front foot, and really sort of grasp the opportunities that you've got.
I'll write to Santa for a thesaurus for Nigel. Lenny Holden, as the song goes, apparently. He went for a song at Torquay, Nigel, so a special mention after that special performance.
Yeah, it was good, and like we said in the Torquay review, wasn't it? You know, it's good that you've got your backup keeper to come in and put those performances in. He likes playing against Torquay, doesn't he? The penalty aside, you know, he came in and got his minutes against Torquay, and then followed that up with the Hampton-Richmond home game here. Got the clean sheet there, so that's going to build his confidence, isn't it? You know, and that's what you want from your number 2, to come in and do that and push the number 1. And should the need arise, he's ready to play, and that's all you can keep doing it as a number 2, isn't it? Is just putting those performances in and giving the manager a conundrum to, you know, whether you're going to start or not. You know, he's doing all what's asked of him.
Yeah. So remember, these are just our picks based on what we've seen so far this month. Feel free to vote for any player of your choice on the link below. That's all from us for now. You will see or hear us in another video or podcast very, very soon. So from the two of us, once again, like and subscribe. And as always,
come on, you Stones!